You heard the auger. Subscribe. Everybody, today is October 9th, 2022, and as always, welcome back to Southeast South Dakota. So we are combining corn again today at the home place. We got going a little while ago and unloaded everything. Grandpa's going down and back in the field now with the combine. I am unloading the cart into the double wagons we got hooked up. Figured out we don't actually need a cart to unload on the go, so he can make it down and back. He's just gonna keep moving and filling carts out here while I bring the wagons in and unload them consistently, and that's a lot faster than filling everything and taking time to unload it all at once. So that's what we're doing now. Stick with us because I'll get some drone footage in this video and a lot of good clips, probably, well, from the tractor and hopefully the combine too. So without further ado, let's get going. It actually works really slick to have these two wagons hooked together. Then I don't have to run around and unhook and hook them back up, hold them in a flat spot so they don't roll away. It's a lot easier. I mean, it's more difficult to maneuver, but it's really not that bad because you got two turning points. So I mean, I don't mind it at all. Plus it looks really cool behind that 7R. Thank God for the wind. If we didn't have that, before you know it, we'd have a red tractor. We can't have that on this farm. That's a big no-no. Green only. Green only. Yes. Okay. Of course, there's nothing against red. It's just a less expensive version of a John Deere. And you know what they say, when they're more expensive, they're better quality, right? Yeah, that's how it goes. Also, it'd be breaking tradition if we got a red tractor on this farm. We've been green the whole time, so let's keep it green. Stick to what we know best. Plus, I don't even know where the nearest Case dealership is. The nearest John Deere dealership is like 7 miles away, so works out pretty well for us. Oh boy, it's toasty in here. Let's crank the AC. Even though it's just the auger tractor, let's get that AC going. It's that time of year where it's cold in the morning and by noon you gotta take your sweatshirt off. I hate that weather. Oh, got one wagon unloaded. Now I gotta pull forward. You know, it's kind of hard to see back there when I'm pulling up with the tractor. Do you think you guys could spot me real quick? Really appreciate the help. Sweet, really? Thanks. You guys okay? You look a little sideways. What's going on there? Got our little grain train on the road here. Always got to make sure I don't hit that extended axle on that tractor back there. Man, we can really move some grain with this thing. It's kind of fun pulling around curves and all that. You can see back and see how long your little wagon train really is. It'd be really cool if we had 4. Man, that'd be awesome. Well, that was fun. I didn't get a chance to film it, but combine was unloading into the cart, unloading into the wagon. That's pretty interesting. We're doing it. Look at that. Teamwork makes the dream work. Yes, sir. I also got to pay attention. I don't want to overfill that, but there you go. Combine unloading into the cart, unloading into the wagon. Voila. Corn going in the bin. We got a spreader in this bin because it's a little wider than the rest. It holds more. So we don't have an electric spreader or anything. It just, as the auger runs into it, it'll spin. Doesn't have a timer or anything. It'll just run. So works pretty good for this bin. Used to have stir rators in another one, but that broke. So just been like this for the longest time. It's kind of fun to watch it go around. Okay, we are headed back out to the field with the 7R and the 2 wagons. So I didn't record as much as I wanted to today. I was just busy, and it was kind of the same old thing. I didn't get to ride in the combine today, but we got a pretty good amount done, and we're calling it quits early tonight. I think we were just planning on it because we're in no rush, and had a little hiccup with the combine, so that's all fixed and said and done. We're gonna fill the wagons tonight, and then I think we're gonna unload the wagons and that cart in the morning. We didn't load that cart up there, so we're just gonna bring it in, and everything will be good to go for the morning, I think, and hopefully we can get most of this field done tomorrow. So we'll just see about that. But yeah, it's been a pretty productive day. Got a nice sunset, got some nice sunset drone footage finally, and we are all set to shut things down for the night. October 10th. 2 years ago we finished harvest on this day, and last year we finished on the 11th, so we're right on track with that. I'm unloading into the wagons with the Demco cart. We're using that cart today instead of the J&M. That's just kind of how it worked out. Grant just got all the long rows done, and now he's working on the short rows, and I'm just running back to the bin with the wagons and unloading. And we moved to our last bin, and we're just gonna put the rest of the corn in that bin. So should be a good day. Hopefully we get done with harvest today, then we can just be done with it, have it all in the bins, and have it set in stone, right? Well, Grandpa just finished off that first wagon. Now he's gonna grab the second one. That boot has seen better days, I think. Right now it's being held on there by some Gorilla Tape, so. But yeah, I don't know. That one, it has a thing for kissing grain carts. I'm not sure what it is. It's really got a problem with it. Maybe we should take it to an intervention or something. I don't know. But I mean, it seems to be working now, so there you go. two wagons we'll be carrying together. We're just, since we're right by the place now and we got short rounds, I'm just gonna run the carts and dump into the wagons at the auger, which is right up here. So I don't have far to drive, and we're just gonna use both grain carts and just drive them in and unload into the auger. So should be pretty simple, and I don't have to pull double loaded wagons around the yard in circles. So that'll be kind of nice. Otherwise I got to take a wide turning radius, which is always fun.
And now we're down to just this little valley down here, and then we'll be done with harvest 2022. kind of funny how that works out. Hopefully we can get through this without any little hiccups. So seems like it's always right at the end you start to have trouble. So we'll see what happens, but things are running good here. I'm bringing the 47 and the Demco cart down for him to dump into, and here we go again, dumping another cart into the wagon. This is a really simple process and I like it a lot. Well, I'm gonna stay in here though because it's like 80 degrees now and I'll have to peel my sweatshirt off again, which I don't feel like doing right now. So we're gonna stay here and just, it's not a full wagon load. It'll just fill it a little bit. But that's all she wrote for Harvest 2022. It's about the same as the last few years. We finished quite a bit earlier than we used to, so hopefully we get a little bit more moisture next year and we can have a little bit more corn out there to harvest. But it is done. Well, here's the last of the corn headed to the grain bin. Just got the 7930 unloaded with the J&M cart, and that one's parked. I still got to tarp it and everything, but heading in with the 4760 and the Demco cart. We're gonna get this unloaded and into the bin, and then it'll be time for our 2022 year summary. Always one of my favorite parts, right at the end of harvest. Windy right now, but hopefully you can hear me okay. We just finished up Harvest 2022. We just finished corn today at the home field, which was our last field for the year. Now we finished on October 10th this year. Last year we finished on October 11th, and the year before was October 10th again. So we're pretty consistent on our harvest schedule. Year before 2020, we were still on our old schedule where we would start harvest mid-October, and now we're finishing it before we even used to start it. So that's kind of interesting, but that kind of just shows you how dry it's gotten around here. I always like to do a year in review talk about how things went this year, and this year was not great at all. We got rained out in the planting season. We had a dust bowl and many more severe storms roll through pretty early on in the growing season, and then it got dry and we didn't get any rain, and the rain that we did get disappeared pretty quick. So unfortunately we did not have a good crop this year. It wasn't as bad as it could have been, but it still wasn't good at all. So unfortunately it's one of those years. That's how it went. Hopefully next year we get more rain and we can get back up there in numbers and have a decent harvest and growing season next year. So we got all of our equipment lined up again. We got the 7800 on the auger. I just pulled that down. And we got the 7215R with the two Brent 644 wagons lined up here. And my favorite, the 4760 with the Demco 650 cart and the John Deere 7930 with the J&M 750 cart. And combine's in the back, and the truck is sitting over here too. But yeah, got our whole harvest line up here. It's all sitting out, ready to be cleaned up and put away eventually. So I always love parking them next to each other like that. Usually we unload on the go on corn with the carts and whatever else, but this year we didn't need to because he could get the combine back and forth without getting full. So we didn't need to unload on the go, so we used the carts a little bit different this year, and I pretty much just ran wagons back to the bin, and it went a lot quicker, well, because of the yield and not having to stop and unload everything, because there's only two of us. But I mean, nonetheless, still went pretty quick and it was pretty efficient, and I'm glad we got it done and had decent weather. I'll be traveling around to more harvest operations to get more footage, so even though I only have 4 or 5 videos on our harvest, I will be going around and checking out some other operations, both green and red, hopefully. Maybe even yellow if I can find someone there. But yeah, I wanted to thank you guys for watching this Harvest 2022 series. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, we will see you in the next video.